Hey, again, today we're going to do another thing about box theory. Why? Because the last video was so, you know, uh, unwound and just all over the place that it didn't really explain anything. Now, I have slightly revised box theory to the point at which it can actually be slightly applicable. And instead of being a universal constant, it's more of a psychological idea or like an emotional idea. I don't know, something to do with the human brain and its interactions with the world. Now, I'm thinking it could be something where your thought process is influenced by the box at what you're in. That could just be me overcomplicating it to have box theory basically just be a stand-in for the word influence. But I kind of want to do this video anyway, so, you know. But, let's see. Like, here's one idea. If you're in the box of, let's say, Buddhism, when you're within the box, you're believing in it, your ideas are influenced by the motions of the box, the shape of the box, how it works inside the box. You might be farther away from the pure center of the box, but you are still very much within the box. But once you're outside the box, then instead of just being outside of it, you are instead transferred into either a box completely separate, or you're transferred to the bigger box. What that bigger box is, I guess, like agnostics. Nah, atheism is within the box. Now, what am I using as agnostic? I'm saying that's more of just a term of uncertainty rather than just being, kind of middling. I mean, the traditional use of agnostic is more like you're still religious, but you're still like away from it. But I'm using that agnostic as I can't confirm jack shit, so I can't really have an opinion on this. That's truly leaving the box. Or not. Maybe it'd be better if it had like an observation box sort of thing where there's the box. Like once you're within a box, you don't know you're in a box. That's the point of the whole box theory thing, is that you can only identify the box once you're outside of it. So, I guess observer boxes would kind of break that principle, in which it could be like a sort of box where you can still see it, or like, I don't know, you could like, try something different. Like religion box, or here, and whatever is for Buddhism, because I just need something that's not just Abrahamic religions, just for the sake of variety. But what if you could have like a connected one, like an observer box? Bam. What about that? That's a way better idea. But let's see. Yeah, I'm thinking that would be a good one. Yeah. I'm thinking you could also use it for like a mind trick manipulation sort of thing, where like if you're within the manipulation or the game that someone else is playing, you're in the box. But you can also have false boxes, and that can work for any of these, where you're never really truly escaping the box until you do, but you can think you've escaped the box. Is there any way to truly tell if you escaped the box? No. There is no way to truly escape the box. Or there's no way to truly verify it. That's a better way of saying all this. Where I'm thinking, like, I'm kind of making this shit up as I go along, but I'm thinking there's a good way that you can escape the box in this, psycho box theory. That's a way better term for this, psycho box theory. And I'm thinking it'd be way better if you could say that you can escape it, but you can't tell you've escaped it. I feel like it has to be a subconscious decision. Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. The whole difference between subconscious and conscious thought is a whole other thing that I might think about later. But I think that the whole thing with this one is that with Psychobox theory, you could like, let's just say Mark's game, and then you have Melissa. Or you could be a gay one, or a lesbian one, or whatever the fuck you want. But that's where the whole idea is. That, or with this version of Psychobox theory, well, no, it could be multi-applicable. There's not different sort of Psychobox theory. They're all, I'm trying to make this where you can just kind of apply it to most, like, beliefs and ideas sort of situations. So if you apply a Psychobox theory to the whole idea of, manipulation, you could think that you're outside of it, but what you really are in is an even larger box. That's what I'm thinking. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? That's what I'm thinking. Okay. I'm really just repeating this to myself, but because I've kind of already explained most of this. Now that I think, I guess I did. I just need to think of more examples for this. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe. I'm thinking of something right now. Like, what if you were able to completely remove yourself from your subconscious and think purely empirically, completely objective, robot style? What if you were able to escape that box, the subconscious box? Could you? Like, I mean, it's kind of the decision you want to make if you want to put the conscious box within the subconscious box. And I think you could. Because your conscious mind is always influenced by your subconscious mind. So, I guess if you were able to somehow get outside of it, would you be leaving it, or would you be going into a different box? More like a robot state. That's what I'm thinking. We're getting somewhere. Okay. Yeah. And I guess, would the robot state also count as the observer box? Would it? And it's not robot in the traditional sense of you becoming like a metallic thing. It's more of just like an idea where you're completely separated from emotions. And not just in the way that, I can't feel anything. That's bullshit. That's still subconscious. They're just saying that. I'm talking real separation. Complete. What would that look like? That's not what we're here to discuss. I'll think about that later. But the complete, like, awareness of everything. It's removing such a fundamental part of human, being a human, that you can't really even think about it. Well, I'm trying to think about it, but let's see. But we gotta answer the question first. Would it be leaving and going into, That's a good question. I just don't know the answer to it. Would you just be leaving, going into the new robot box, or would you be going into the new unknown box that has always been influencing you and influencing your subconscious and influencing your consciousness? What would that look like? Maybe it'd be like a super consciousness where, well, no. first you kind of have to define consciousness, subconscious. Subconscious being stuff that you do without thinking. Conscious doing things that while you're thinking. That's a pretty good explanation, isn't it? Good thing is I didn't make that. But give me a minute. Huh. Well, the shape of the subconscious box is influenced by outside stuff. Maybe it's kind of like a loop box. Yeah, a loop. Not a loop. A loop box. Where, like, I'm going to make something up right now. What if there was a super consciousness? Give me a second. I'm thinking about it right now. Scratch my beard. I don't have one. Fuck. This is hard to do. I think I got something. I'm doing it. Okay, I got it. So. Okay, I got it. What if the influence is around you? The box that it's represented by is constantly reshaped by the, the box of subconsciouses and consciouses. Like, maybe there could be a thing where, like, a box that is living within another box can move around and change the larger box, but that also changes the conditions that the smaller box is in. Boom. Look at that. I thought. This doesn't answer the question of what it would be like to be outside of the subconscious. Would it be leaving the world influence? I'm thinking it would. I think if you were somehow able to remove your subconscious, you would be floating aimlessly. Nothing going on. This proves box theory can work. It doesn't. It really doesn't. But I'm going to keep on thinking about this. I might even make a third video just to continue to ponder about this. Where I'm really trying to make box theory work somehow. I'm not even entirely sure of the tenets of box theory. Okay. Let's write them down. Okay. Tenets. That's not how you spell tenets. Of box. Or let's just do box theory. Psychobox theory is a colloquial term. Tenets of box theory. Okay, first of all, let's make a key to make it a bit nicer. Key. Subject. That can include you and any object ever. I'm going to say you is for psychobox theory. We'll get to the objects later because as of now, the first box theory video is null and void. Not completely, but completely. But I'll just say psychobox theory because that sounds nicer. Yeah. Subject can include you as an individual, like a person, just a person in general. Yeah. Hey. Ooh. Bam. All right. I guess just going back for a minute. Would Mark in the Mark's game thing, would he be an observer box or would he be the box itself? I guess we could add a concept of like controlling subjects. Yes. I'm thinking how you could do that. Okay. Now, but yeah, it's coming together. Nope, it's really coming together. All right. MS. Well, manipulative subject. Bam, bam, bam. It's coming together. Manipulative subject can be an individual who is directly shaping the box and is completely like they know about it. They know it exists. They know the shape of. Do they know the shape of it? It's a varying degrees. We can do that. We can do varying degrees of what the shape of it is. But they are directly changing the box, either through their conscious decisions or through their subconscious decisions. Who would be the MS for religion? High priest. Bam. Yeah. Prophets? They're the MS. They're the triangles. I'm getting somewhere. That has nothing to do with any actual like religion. I think I'm really just using an example, but still. Yeah, we're getting somewhere with this. MS is also includes is just another version of a subject. It's like an evolutionized version of a subject. So I'm just gonna put EVU. And the box itself, what is that? A concept. Boom. Yeah. It's coming together. All right. Good. Let's see. Could you verify that you're outside of the box? I mean, you had to know about box theory first. But then you can never truly verify. Let's just say that. You could say that. Let's say that. Can never truly verify, let's say, position in box levels. Box levels being, like the levels of boxes, like, the whole box within a box within a box. You know what I'm talking about. You've watched this video all the way through. Yeah. But who could? Someone who knows more than one objective truth. And that's going to be a whole nother video. Send up other videos for this. Yeah, this is coming together now. Now, would a subject carry... Yeah, they would. Subjects carry... Forgot to spell carry. Carry... Sub and regular consciousness wherever they go. Whatever the box they're in, they're also in tuned within the box of subconscious. Their own subconscious. They carry it everywhere. Now, if you're using the model, can you have multiple of a subject? Yes. But you can't have both of them in the same box. They have to be representing the same subject, but they have to be in... You know where I'm going with this. They have to be completely divorced from each other. There's no interaction between two of the same subject. There is no... Well, no, that's not even a question. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah. You could... Maybe you could do overlapping boxes. Yeah. Let's continue with the Melissa thing. Let's say Melissa is a Buddhist. She's both within Mark's game and in the Buddhist box. But is Mark's game in the Buddhist box? Hell no. Yeah, it's coming together. Yeah, it's getting better. This looks schizophrenic, but yeah, I'm seeing it come out right now. Let's make it a better one. Maybe we should have a thing where, okay, if you're ever gonna actually make one of these theory or like one of these diagrams yourself, I'm thinking you should have the subject, the main subject, center of the graph, so that all the boxes are centered around the subjects. Maybe I should have like names for different type of box or psycho box theory graphs. There could be like subject graphs where the main focus is on you get where I'm going with this. Main in subject, or the main focus of the actual graph is on the subject you're talking about. In a box theory graph, it'll be about the main thing, the box theory. Now in MS, they could be a subject in another box. Yeah. I got an idea. Color coding. I don't have any colors with me right now. But you could have a thing where you color whatever box they are manipulating in red. And then you could have the triangle go around the subject circle. And then that could be red too. Bam. All right, good. We're getting somewhere. Let's see. Where else? What are things? Other tenets. I'll keep on writing over here. Boxes are at the... Oh, no. Are influenced. And when I mean influenced, I mean like they will change. This isn't like the influence how you imagine where it's subtlety. Influence as in this is a direct effect on the box. Boxes are influenced by the boxes they are within and the boxes they contain. Ooh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. It's getting good. Can we have completely divorced boxes? Let's set a strict ground rule. Subjects in Psychobox theory can only be human. No robots. Because that would fuck it all up. I feel like you can understand. But, yeah. Subjects only human. Because a robot is a fake subject. They can't really be influenced. Well, no, they can. They're constantly influenced. But that's only because we set it to. They're not real robots. A real robot, by my standards, would be in here, divorced of all influence from any outside force, which means it can't be made by humans. A real robot that is completely objective cannot exist. That's a great idea for a video, where a truly objective force in a robot can't exist because it's always surrounded by imperfection. It's constantly surrounded by lies and the influence of human nature and whatever, and blah 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 or whatever. You get the idea. Where if it's created by an imperfect being, it can't be truly perfect, because the imperfect being will not know what perfection is, because perfection can't exist, because every imperfect being has a different idea of perfection. What does it have to do with box theory? Absolutely nothing. I should make a whole nother video about this. But in short, I think we made a lot of headway today. I might make another one to continue on the tenets of box theory. But just to end this mind melding over, let's go over the tenets that I have provided for you in our little 30-minute waste of time. Subjects are human only. Subjects are at the mercy of the box that they are within. You can never truly verify if a subject is outside the box unless you are a robot. And robots can't exist. Or in this definition, robots can't exist. So let's just make robot its own little thing that you can never do. Robot. There's nothing there. I'm drawing these lines to show that there is nothing in the circle. There's no. You can't. So it's completely unobservable. The best theory ever. Sweet. But subjects in Psychobox theory are always carrying around their subconscious and their conscious, and those are the only exclusive boxes where there can only be one subject in them. That's a good one. Boxes are influenced by the boxes that they're surrounded by and the boxes that are contained within them. But can you have intra-box change? Could you? Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. There is a possibility of I'm pretty sure that what's intra mean, where there's two completely different forces that smash into each other and change each other. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. And I think that's it. Revised box theory is getting somewhere. We are hitting the Harvard classes next week. It was great talking to you, and I will see you all later.